Hello, welcome to my channel. The spring has arrived, and last week I welcomed new arrivals to my African Violet collection of 2020, coming here in LA all the way from New York, from Lyndon Lyon Greenhouses. In my first order, I decided to go ahead and get one of each, a miniature, a semi-miniature, and a standard variety, and I will introduce them to you in a bit. Here is what they looked like on the day when they arrived. I ordered from Lyndon Lyon a few times last year, and I've always been very pleased with my purchases. The plants were very healthy, they grew very nicely, they were packaged perfectly. Always, I'm very grateful to Lyndon Lyon for excellent job. So let's start with the miniature variety. It's called Toronto Belle. I ordered it because I really was attracted to the shape of the blooms and the shade of them, and also the variegated girl foliage with very unusual elongated shape. It was hybridized by a Canadian hybridizer by the name of A.E. Adams, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find the first and middle full names, only the initials A.E. and the last name is Adams. The blooms of this variety are described as single rose-mauve two-tone blooms, and they're pansy shaped. The upper blooms look darker a little bit than the lower blooms. They look very cute. And the leaves are described as variegated, medium green and cream, serrated girl foliage. And it's a miniature. Needless to say, I was very excited to see the blooming plant when I opened the box. And 2 out of 3 were in bloom. And if you hear my cat meowing, it means that she demands attention. So I'm gonna go give her some treats and I will be back. So right now the rosette has reached about 4 inches in diameter. So I think it's a regular size for a miniature variety. I think they grow all the way up to 6 inches. And semi-minis grow from 6 to 8 inches, but this one right now is 4 inches across, so it's a small miniature. I love the tall bloom stalks on it, and so far I see 3 large bloom stalks, and then there are 2 smaller bloom stalks here. So there's 5 bloom stalks. It's quite an eager bloomer, I should say. I also like the labels that Lyndon Lyon provides with each plant, and they describe the hybrid, provide the name of the hybridizer and the size of the plant. In this case, it says it's a miniature, and it also provides the registration number with the African Violet Society of America if the plant was registered. However, in this case, there is no registration number listed. It means that the plant most likely have not been registered with the African Violet Society of America, especially being a Canadian hybrid. Next one is a semi-miniature variety called Sassy Sister. It's a very beautiful semi-mini hybrid by Sorano. It was registered with the African Violet Society of America in 1996 under the registration number 8553. It's described as double dark pink pansy with green ruffled edge and medium green plain and wavy foliage. And I've seen different versions of Sassy Sister pictures posted by other growers online. I know it's a sport of Irish flirt, which is another semi-miniature variety with light green foliage and white blooms with green ruffled edge. And this is a registered sport. Sassy Sister is a registered sport of Irish flirt. And this plant matches the description because it says in the description double dark pink pansy, but I also saw varieties looking like this, and I kind of was hoping to get something with lighter pink blooms, but I didn't realize that the official description says that they should be dark pink. So this variety coming from a native source should be considered a true blooming variety of Sassy Sister. And the edge, the frilled edge on the blooms is pronounced, and I can see it on the younger blooms especially. And being that the green edge is surrounded by the dark pink, it almost looks like it's a bronze colored ruffled edge. Very beautiful look. I'm very happy with this plant. And the size of the rosette at this point is about 5 inches across, and the semi-miniatures grow anywhere from 4 to 6 inches in diameter. I'm looking forward to growing this hybrid. It's beautiful. And then last but not least is a standard. And this time I decided to get a Ukrainian hybrid by Lebetskaia, a hybridizer who lives in Vinnytsia in Ukraine. And it's called LE-Sedoy Graf, and LE stands for hybridizer's initials, Lebetskaia Yelena, and Седой Graf translates into English as gray-haired duke. It's a beautiful variety. It's registered with the African Violet Society of America under the registration number 11047, and it's described as semi-double gray-green large ruffled star with a dark lavender eye. That's as far as blooms, and the foliage is described as variegated, dark green and white, quilted and ruffled, and it's a standard. And I already see the variegation showing on the younger leaves. Right now it's a very young starter plant, and it's 7 inches across, and the blooms look like this. They're very unusual. They have some gray in them for sure, and so they're described as semi-double gray-green large ruffled star with dark lavender eye. Very unique and very special. I don't have any violets with the blooms like this, so I'm very excited to have received this variety, and I look forward to growing it. So here they are again, all 3 of them. Toronto Belle by Adams, Sassy Sister by Sydney Sorano, and LE-Sedoy Graf or LE Gray-Haired Duke by Lebetskaia. I hope you enjoyed them. I look forward to making individual reviews of these beauties when they grow up and start their true blooming cycles. So stay tuned for those. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and if you'd like to stay tuned for my future videos, please subscribe. Stay safe and be well, and I will see you again on the next episode of my African Violet reviews.